капец. Вот так вот из гор. Сейчас они никуда не могут проехать. Тут обычная дорога, ее здесь просто сейчас нет. Здесь тоже дороги нет, мусорка завалена.
Kamchatka struggles to get back on its feet a week after winter storms bury Peninsula. The biggest snowfall in 60 years on Russia's far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula created vast drifts several meters tall that blocked building entrances and buried cars, according to Reuters visuals and weather monitoring stations. In some areas, more than 2 meters, 6.5 feet, of snow has fallen in the first half of January, after 3.7 meters in December, according to weather monitoring stations. Road conditions in Kamchatka's capital city of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky remain extremely hazardous after a series of powerful winter storms blasted the Far East Peninsula last week with a potent mixture of snow, ice and wind, officials said Monday, as efforts continue to get the far-flung region back on its normal footing. City officials announced a state of emergency in Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky on Thursday after 2 elderly men were killed by falling snow. The mayor blamed their deaths on property management companies, who he accused of failing to promptly remove snow. Several low-pressure systems forming in the Sea of Okhotsk, located off the coast of northern Japan, swept across Kamchatka and other parts of Far East Russia last week, bringing strong winds and heavy snow.
Подъезда даже не знаю, повезло или нет, но лишних усилий для того, чтобы попасть домой, им делать не придется. Достаточно сесть на попу и отправиться вниз.
Meteorologists say the level of snowfall in Kamchatka since early January has not been seen since record-keeping began half a century ago. In December, Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky saw triple the monthly average of snowfall, while January 1 to 16 saw around 150% more than the monthly average for that period. The average height of snow in the city reached 170 centimeters, 5.5 feet, with drifts exceeding 2.5 meters, 8 feet, in certain neighborhoods.
По балконам люди откапываются. Там еще метет.
Governor Solodov ordered schools in Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky to reopen as soon as possible. He also told city officials to manually track the movement of food and fuel supplies until a full recovery could be declared. Solodov warned that icicles hanging from the roofs of buildings continued to pose a risk to people walking nearby, while Polyakova said the period of prolonged snowfall had created local avalanche risks in a number of residential areas. The Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia's Far East has experienced an extreme snowstorm, the worst in decades, with snow depths exceeding 2 meters in some areas, reported the Kamchatka Inform Agency on Monday. In December 2025, Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, the capital of Kamchatka Krai, that encompasses the Kamchatka Peninsula, received 370 millimeters of snow, more than 3 times the monthly average. From January 1 to 16, 2026, the city received 163 millimeters of snow, with a snow depth of 170 centimeters, and in some areas the snow depth exceeded 250 centimeters.
На вулканы и полный апокалипсис во дворе. Ужас. Просто кошмар.
An official from the Kamchatka Kray's Hydrometeorological and Environmental Monitoring Department said that the extreme snowstorms that occurred on the Kamchatka Peninsula during the aforementioned period were extremely rare, with the last similar event occurring in the early 1970s. Residents in multiple districts were snowed in after the storm, forcing some to shovel their way out of building entrances, while others began to go outside through the windows of the lower floors. Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky has recently declared a state of emergency, disrupting air traffic and public transportation. The city administration has called on residents to keep children indoors, and classes in schools and universities have been canceled or moved online. Workers clear snow in Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, Russia, January 19, 2026. The Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia's Far East has experienced an extreme snowstorm, the worst in decades, with snow depths exceeding 2 meters in some areas, reported the Kamchatka Inform Agency on Monday. The main cause behind the unprecedented snowfall in Kamchatka and other parts of Far East Russia is the formation of numerous low-pressure systems in the Sea of Okhotsk, a marginal sea of the northwestern Pacific Ocean, resulting in merciless winds and strong snowfall.
Смотри, еду. У нас снега выпало. Вон по второй этаж. Люди идут. Люди идут. Это вот.
Currently, schools and local businesses are shut, and people are compelled to switch to remote work, with roads blocked. Local stores are also running out of essentials like bread, milk, and eggs. A recent social media post by Sky News shows cars buried under 7 feet plus of snow in Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, in what truly looks like a snow apocalypse.
Короче, нормально. Вот в каждой машинке своя норка. Вот тут тоже норка. В общем, никто не ездит тут. В общем, Kamchatka.
Mikhail Luce, chief expert at the Phobos Weather Center, confirmed on Saturday that the snow cover in the regional capital ranged from 51 to 133 centimeters, while in the neighboring village of Sosnovka, it reached 163 centimeters, the highest snowfall since the beginning of the 21st century. Social media circulated videos showing the snow covering the region, with some areas exceeding half the height of several multi-story buildings. The state of emergency was declared after 2 people were killed when snow fell from a building's roof.